Okay, simplifying algebraic expressions. Like terms are terms that have the same variable factors. Remember, a variable is a letter or a symbol that represents a number. So when we say that they have the same variable factors, we're referring to the letter, not the number, okay? So 12x plus 3x are like terms because the x is the same in each one. It has to be exactly the same. 3a and negative 4a are the same because the a and the a are the same. They're like terms. B squared and 5b squared are like terms because the b squareds are exactly alike in each one of them. Now 12x and 3y are not like terms because the x is different from the y. So you cannot combine those in any way because they're different terms, okay? W and 4v are not like terms. Now this one can sometimes be confusing, but you got to remember they have to be exactly alike. So t squared and t are not like terms. One of them is t squared, the other one is t. A coefficient is the number directly in front of and attached to a variable. So all the ones in red here, the 5 is a coefficient, the 10 is the coefficient, the 3 is the coefficient, the 12 is the coefficient, and the 5 plus 2 is a coefficient. One thing that is very important to remember is that if you have W by itself, there is an understood 1 in front of it, of coefficient. So there's a coefficient of 1 in front of the W. The reason is because if it's 2W, we have to write 2W. If it's 3W, we have to write 3W. And if it's 0W, we don't write anything because there's no need to write anything when there's 0. Okay, so something to remember: if you see a variable by itself, then there's an understood 1 in front of it. Okay, let's simplify some algebraic expressions using the information that we just learned. We've got 5x plus 9 plus 2x minus 4, and we want to identify the like terms. 5x and 2x have the same variable of x, so we can combine those two. So that's 7x. And then we've got 9 and a negative 4. 9 minus 4 gives us positive 5. Okay, moving on to the right, we've got 6 plus 7.2y minus 4.2y plus 1. The y's are like terms, so let's combine those. We put 7.2y minus 4.2y, and we get 3y. And we've got 6 and 1. 6 plus 1 makes 7. Okay, our next one, we've got 2x minus 9 plus 4x minus 5. And we've got the x's, which are like terms. So we combine those. We've got 2x plus 4x, which gives us 6x. And then we've got a negative 9 and a negative 5. Remember, same signs. We get the sum, which means we add them together. It gives us 14. And we keep the sign, so that makes minus 14. Our next one, the like terms, are the r's. So we combine those. 10r plus r gives us 11r. And then we've got a negative 5 and a positive 3, different signs. So we get the difference between the two numbers and keep the sign of the larger number, which is negative. Okay, let's use the distributive property and the order of operations to be able to simplify some algebraic expressions. Remember PEMDAS, let's write that down. PEMDAS, remember, is how we use the order of operations for solving arithmetic problems. So let's remember that we have to take care of parentheses first, then exponents, then multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So as we look at this first problem up here, we've got 6 up against the parentheses, which means it's 6 times 2x plus 3, and then minus 4. So that means we're going to take care of multiplication before we take care of the subtraction. So we go 6 times 2x, and that gives us 12x, and 6 times 3, that gives us 18, and then we bring down that negative 4. Then we've got 12x. There are no other x's in there, so we write 12x. 18 minus 4 gives us 14. Okay, now we come over to the next problem. We've got 9 minus 4 times 3z plus 2. We've got 9 minus 4, which is subtraction, but we've also got negative 4 times 3z. So we've got to take care of that multiplication before we take care of any addition or subtraction. So we bring the 9 down, and we go 4 negative. See, a mistake a lot of people make is they'll put that negative sign there, and they'll be through with it. But it's really negative 4 times 3z, which gives us negative 12z. And it is also negative 4 times positive 2, which gives us negative 8. And that's the mistake. That's where the mistake that most people will make occurs. They will forget to multiply negative 4 times positive 2. Now let's combine like terms. We've got no other z's, so we'll put negative 12z. And 9 minus 8 gives us positive 1. Alright, the next one. 2/3 times 12y plus 9 plus 4. Once again, we've got multiplication of 2/3 times what's in the parentheses, and then we've got an addition of 4. We've got to take care of the multiplication first. So 2/3 times 12. Remember that the 12 is 12 over, remember the 12 is 12 over 1, and the 9 is 9 over 1. So when we're multiplying fractions, we multiply numerator times numerator, which will be 12 times 2 gives us 24. And 3 times 1 gives us 3. Plus 9 times 2 gives us 18. And 3 times 1 gives us 3. And then bring down the plus 4. That gives us 24 divided by 3 is 8. And don't forget the y. Plus 18 divided by 3 gives us 6. Plus 4. There are no other y's, so we write 8y plus, and 6 plus 4 makes 10. Over here on the other side, we've got 1/2 times 2 minus 8y and plus 5. So let's go. 1/2 times 2. What's 1/2 of 2? 1. Minus, what's 1/2 of 8v? What's 1/2 of 8? 4, right. And then we've got our plus 5. Now we've got no other v's that we see, so we write down negative 4v. And we've got a 1 plus a 5, which gives us 6. Okay, distributive property one more time. 6 times 0.2 gives us 1.2x. And 6 times 3 gives us 18. Minus 1.2x. Well, we've got 1.2x minus 1.2x, and that gives us 0x. So we don't write anything down, and then we've got 18 remaining. So our answer is 18. We've got 0.4 times 20, and that gives us 8. And 0.4 times 10, which gives us, don't forget the x, gives us 4 minus 4. We've got the 8x, no other x's, and we go 4 minus 4, and it gives us 0, and we've simplified the expression.